Bitcoin has proven to be a highly valued currency since its debut in 2009. Through this time till the current year, it has been an ongoing and unstable change in prices, having a long-term drop and an increase in tags, and it's also very notable that there isn't any certain method or way to successfully predict what a Bitcoin will cost in the coming years. Still, many of our modern-day celebrities who have had a long run dealing with Bitcoin and have established themselves strongly in the business have made very interesting predictions of what to expect in the future when buying and selling Bitcoins. If you are just starting to surf the waves of investing in Bitcoins, or maybe you've already been doing so for some time and need guidance on what to look forward to for further investment, then you should take a look at this list of famous entrepreneurs and business people who have made Bitcoin predictions both for the future and now. Before I proceed, I should warn you to be cautious with whom you choose to listen to, as not every famous Bitcoin investor has been right. Most predictions have been proven false by time, so choosing whose prediction will be right is practically impossible. One can only judge from reliability and past proven predictions to make a choice. Number 1. Chamath Palihapitiya, 2037, $1 million. Founding Social Capital and co-owning the Golden State Warriors, Chamath began his journey into the world of Bitcoin investing back in 2012, and by 2013 he had Bitcoin included in most of his financial books like his hedge fund, private account, and the general fund. He once owned 5% of all Bitcoin being circulated. Chamath has made some interesting predictions about where Bitcoin will hit next, claiming that in the coming 3 or 4 years, the price would have scaled to $100,000 and that by the year 2037, Bitcoin will have reached 1 million and counting. Number 2. Casares, 2027, $1 million. Founder and CEO of Zapo, a Bitcoin wallet startup, Vinklevoss, who is a Bitcoin board member to PayPal, has had an incredible journey with his Bitcoin investments back in 2011, owing to its volatility in Argentina's home currency, Argentina being his homeland. At a conference in New York City, Vinklevoss expressed his mind, saying that he believes that the price of Bitcoin would hit $1 million by 2027, and that maybe it would have already met the score in a time span of 4 to 5 years. Number 3. John Pfeffer, $700,000. John is a well-known figure in the Bitcoin currency investments, having a partnership at a London-based family office, Pfeffer Capital. John believes that Bitcoin is a very valuable chain of currency that will soon have as much value as gold with its current growth. He aims high for the worth of Bitcoin, setting a high bar for it at $700,000, although the date is unknown. Number 4. Jeremy Liu, 2030, $500,000. Jeremy Liu made a considerable prediction for the year 2030 with a set goal of $500,000 during a conversation with Business Insider. His predictions have been well backed by many other entrepreneurs in the business. He is a partner at Lightspeed Venture Partners. He is praised to be the first investor venturing into social media, Snapchat. He has made other interesting investments like the multimedia company Beam, and the hardware wallet Ledger X, and the listing service VarageSale. Number 5. Mark Yusko, $400,000. Mark Yusko is one wealthy investor who made billions from his endeavors. He is an investor and founder of Morgan Creek Capital. His prediction was notorious for making headlines for its grandiose scale. He states why he believed it would go for $400,000, being an equivalent to gold. Number 6. Roger Ver, $250,000. An early investor starting his investments in 2011 after his career with computer parts business, MemoryDealers.com. Ver has a record of many included startups like Ripple, Blockchain, BitPay, BitInstant, and Kraken. During an interview with Jeff Barwick for the Dollar Vigilante blog in 2015, the entrepreneur said that the worth of Bitcoin would grow to $2,500 or even $25,000, and would even surprise with an amount of $250,000 per Bitcoin. Number 7. Anthony Pompliano, 2021, $100,000. A well-known figure in the business of Bitcoin investments, Anthony holds a position as founder and partner in the crypto-friendly asset management firm for investors Morgan Creek Digital. He has made claims of holding more than 50% Bitcoin in his net worth. By February 2020, Anthony claimed that the price of Bitcoin would have gone up to $100,000 by December 2021. Number 8. K. Van Pedersen, 2027, $100,000. Analysts at Saxo Bank, a Danish investment bank specializing in trading online and investment, holding an MSc in Applied Economics and Finance from Copenhagen Business School, he has always had a say speculating the prices of cryptocurrencies. Van Pedersen has made a prediction of Bitcoin having a worth of $100,000 per unit by 2027, this being stated according to a CNBC during a feature. Kay has made a past successful prediction which leaves little to doubt the probability of his predictions being true. Number 9. Tom Lee, 2020, $91,000. Co-founding the marketing strategy firm Fundstrat Global Advisors, as well as being a prominent figure in the Bitcoin pitch, Tom initially had the goal set for $11,500 by the mid of 2018, but heightened the aim to $20,000 as the cryptocurrency value pulled through. His predictions had already come true by 2017's end. With this successful prediction, Tom has now pronounced another prediction stating that Bitcoin would have increased in worth to $91,000 by March 2020, which didn't prove to be wrong based on Bitcoin's performance after the market's dip, using the average of percentage gained to arrive at the set figure. Number 10. Tai Lopez, midterm, $60,000. A renowned and well-known figure in the business with an established base in internet marketing, he is famous for a viral video filmed in his garage. He made an interesting idea of investing a percent of every millionaire's assets globally into Bitcoin. It would have grown to $60,000 justifiably. Number 11. Ronny Mass, 2020, $50,000. Founding and directing research at Standpoint Research, an equity research firm that accounts for both traditional and new investments. He has been featured on many TV shows and at several radio interviews. He also holds an MBA in finance. Moas has projected the rise of Bitcoin to a worth of $50,000 by late 2020, believing that all cryptocurrencies would have busted off to a sum of $2 trillion in the next 10 years. Number 12. Andy Edstrom, 2030, $8 trillion market cap worth. A wealth manager for a Californian investment advisory firm known as Westcap, he's had his hand dipped into Bitcoin investment, being an active Twitter user who is always talking about Bitcoin properties with a published book, Why Buy Bitcoin? Edstrom had predicted in February 2020, claiming that Bitcoin would have met an outstanding amount of $8 trillion in market cap by 2030. Number 13. Mike Novogratz, 2029, $7.5 trillion market cap. Former hedge fund manager who has long been investing in the system and blockchain tech. He has a history of making many predictions which have had their fair share of being true and false. Back in March, the year 2019, Mike had discreetly made another prediction claiming that Bitcoin would easily surpass the worth of gold's market cap, being at the time $7.5 trillion within a few years. Number 14. Vinklevoss twins, 2028, 2038, $5 trillion market cap. Many famously rich personalities involved with Bitcoin investments have stated their beliefs of Bitcoin to carry potential of 30 to 40 times its current value. That would make Twins' estimate of Bitcoin's future market cap growing to a value over $5 trillion at a good chance of taking shape. His exact words were, "We've always felt that Bitcoin, given its properties, is gold 2.0. It disrupts gold. Gold is scarce. Bitcoin is actually fixed. Bitcoin is way more portable and way more divisible. At a $300 billion market cap, it's certainly seen a lot of price appreciation. But gold is at $6 trillion, and if Bitcoin disrupting gold is true and it plays out, then you can see 10 to 20 times appreciation because there is a significant delta still." Now to list out past predictions which were made famous by business people or entrepreneurs that were either true or false. 15. Tim Draper by 2018, $10,000. True. 16. Tim Novogratz by 2018, $10,000. True. John McAfee by 2020, $500,000. False. Number 18. Rand Neuner by 2019, $50,000. False. Number 19. Trace Mayer by 2018, $37,395. False. Number 20. Masterlook by 2019, $40,000 to $110,000. False. Number 21. Mike Novogratz by 2019, $40,000. False. And 22. Thomas Glucksman by 2019, $50,000. False.